Hello, I'm Mark,
I'm Casey.
And I'm Patrick.
and today we're going to talk about Tesla service changing some policy, which I think you'll be happy with. But first, Casey's going to roll that title card for us.
Yeah, our people don't get paid on commission. They get paid on smiles when people leave the showroom.
You're watching the Tesla Life Express.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. Have a topic we wanted to touch upon in service, which of course is near and dear to anyone's heart that has had to have their vehicle go in for a service.
I should have used the service quote instead of the sales quote. Service isn't. We shouldn't be making a profit off of our mistakes.
Yeah,
That would be
that's a
nice.
funny
Yes.
one.
But what Service has done today is they've decided to put a pause on automatic subscription extensions during service visits. So what that basically means is that if you are, on a full self-drive supervised subscription, or if you've got monthly or annual premium connectivity, you've got wheel or tire protection, you've got windshield protection. What Tesla is doing is that if your service call goes beyond 1 day, they will adjust the time frames for all those other services to make up for the day or plus number of days that your vehicle has been in service and not available to you. So basically, having a subscription for 30 days, if your car's sitting in the shop for 5 days, they're going to add those 5 days to that subscription for you at your end of your service call. Once service has been completed successfully, they'll add that to your subscription so that you're not missing the number of days. Now, it does say that you have to be in service for over a day. So they're not going to be benefiting you for half a day or 4 hours or that kind of thing. The vehicle has to be there beyond a day before this new policy kicks in.
That's better than the old program where they would just say, "Oh well." It's the right thing to do, I'd say.
Absolutely, and that's going to be a benefit to those that I guess normal service typically, if it's done, I wouldn't say correctly, but if normal service is typically under a day. Like my experience has been that when my service appointment is booked, I haven't had one instance where it's gone beyond the day that it was supposed to be in there.
Right.
Do you guys find that that's the same in your experience? If you get booked in, if you're doing it for the next day or something, I understand you could leave it overnight and then pick it up the next day. But is it going beyond a day for you guys with
yes.
what you've have done?
A lot of mine have, but I'm a special snowflake, so most of the ones that we had planned do not. But the surprises have tended to put it in for a week or so. Usually, the estimate becomes, if it wasn't already good, it becomes clear as they get a chance to, tear it apart the next day or so. And I think that's the right way to do it, as well as the fact that you're not going to see. You bring your Ford in, you're not going to see a pause in your XM subscription. Bring your Chevy in, and they're still going to hit you up for the full OnStar. So I think this is even if you can't say, oh well, we were in the whole workday. At least if it crosses the day, I think that's fairer than what you get elsewhere.
One item that is not covered by this new policy is the extended service plans themselves. So that's kind of a bit of a surprise that if you paid for an extended service and it goes a week beyond, you'd kind of like to have that added to your service credit system. But in this case, it's not going to at this point anyways.
Oh, you would like that.
So I've had a serious problem with the X where the coolant system failed. And this was during COVID, so that's when the whole industry was parts constrained. It took 20 days before they could even get my vehicle in. And then once they had it, they found out they needed another part in addition to the ones that they were able to remotely diagnose that they needed. So it was there for, I don't know, another 3 weeks. So,
Wow.
yeah. So I was without the vehicle for quite a while during that time.
Wow, yeah. Mine was about a week each for the motor that was leaking coolant into itself, and then the motor that died on the way back home immediately, and then the new motor to replace that one, and then the battery, and then 2 days with the FSD computer upgrade from 2.5 to 3, and figuring out what happened to the air conditioner. My air conditioner's been out 3 times now, and
Oh, wow.
mhm. Once they figured out that it was coolant low, or not coolant low, refrigerant low, and they tried to charge me for the coolant, and I was like, "You guys are the only ones who've ever touched this thing. I think you could help me out a little bit here."
Mm-hmm.
And we came to some kind of agreement. It wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, but it wasn't what the computer told them either. So
Yeah.
that's compromise. You know, not everybody feels they won, so it worked out.
Good.
So before we go into too much more detail, I need to say that an earlier version of this article was the title. They've changed it and improved. They fixed it, but it said that Tesla suspends subscriptions during service, and
Yeah.
I thought that meant like they were canceling people's subscriptions.
Right. I was like, what's going on here?
Now they've said they extend it, and it makes more sense. But yeah, the way the headline read, I was like, what? People are going in and coming out with cars that don't have the services they signed up for. And,
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, what did they do?
How's that a benefit to the customer?
Yeah,
We saw
exactly.
you on the camera on the loaner. You should have done that.
I went in to get my air filter changed, and now I don't have premium connectivity. What?
right. So if they had used the word pauses, that would be that would have been a more easy to grok and digest headline.
Mm-hmm.
We can't all make bangers.
Right. And then the other thing,
they're looking for clicks, Patrick.
Yeah,
That's why.
that did get some rage bait going. I can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention is I did not see Tesla insurance on that list.
Oh,
that's true. It's not on that list.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, you're actually still using the insurance if something happens to the shop.
Yeah, if there's a fire or something, you're still covered.
Yeah, because when you look at some of the stories we've covered, where somebody brings in their car to the Ford store or a Chevy store or elsewhere, and then tomfoolery happens, it's usually their insurance that gets hit up, or if they didn't have adequate coverage, they're suddenly finding themselves liable for stuff that the dealership really should have stepped up and handled, since it was their employee, their equipment, and the owner had no control of the car at the time that it went down. But
Right. It's a little different when Tesla's actually the insurance company and the shop that it's at. So I don't know. I think they should cover it. And then once they start doing this, the other thing that I've seen is people have a solar lease, and that means they're paying every month with some anticipation of their solar panels reducing their electricity bills. Sometimes Tesla is a little slow to respond to service requests. Well, if you have a power purchase agreement like me, it doesn't matter because I pay for the power it generates. So if it goes offline for some failure, then that's okay. I'm not paying. So it balances out. But if you're paying on a solar lease and you pay whatever every month, you want that electricity. So it would be nice if they did the same thing with their solar lease program. If it's out and they're waiting for parts, that your lease is on hold and you're not paying for those days.
Yeah, especially since now that the incentive structure has changed, they seem to be making a comeback on Tesla leasing, solar leasing. So they hopefully include something like this in the new program.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, those are valid points. And I'm sure they will be raised as time goes along, as this policy is put in place, and people start to think about the ramifications of other things. That certainly makes sense. Speaking of service, I was alerted on my Model 3, my 2018 Model 3, that my 12-volt battery was getting low.
Finally, yeah, you need
I have
to.
never had the 12-volt battery replaced
After
until
7 years.
recently. So it's been over 7.5 years.
Wow.
And I got notified to go in and do the battery. And I was going through the setup of the service call, and obviously Tesla has all the information that my car has already spewed out to me on the screen. So when I go in to pick a service call, it's just listed
loaded
there. Oh, 12 volt is not, so check. Yeah, that was it. And then it said, would you like us to do the recall of the camera harness for the back? And I said, yep, sure, click, because that was no charge. And then there was, one like rotate the tires, and there was something else. I did not click those. But then a new one showed up that I had no knowledge about, and this was something about the high voltage connectors in the vehicle.
Oh.
So the program itself picked that this was going to be done. I didn't have a choice in it, and that was basically once I found out is that they've discovered that Model 3s and Ys, the early versions, have had an issue with the high voltage battery connector. One of the connectors, it tends to corrode. And as that corrosion goes, as it gets worse, then you have intermittent messaging from the high voltage battery to the car computer. And the car computer really doesn't know if it's a problem or if it's just some corrosion that's causing the signal to be slow. So Tesla has put in the service manual that these connectors are to be replaced when you come in for a 12-volt battery replaced. They look at these connectors specifically, get into the detail of it, and they replace the actual connectors.
So the terminals on in the penthouse or in the charge board, or like mine deep inside the pack with the you guys should have more foam in there than
I imagine, based on the time that it took for them to complete the task, that it was in an accessible place. Okay. So they didn't have to go deep inside the battery based on the time it took to perform these three options.
Okay, so probably the terminals then, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so Mark, you need to take your car in more often, because I've had all these done on mine years ago. The wiring harness for the camera, the dead fronts on the charging port, the connector. They swapped those out because they were popping out and getting stuck in charging cables. And I don't know if that's the same one that yours
or somebody else's did.
In the X, they came out and they were stuck in my
Model 3s came out into your X.
It was in the Model X's mobile connector, mobile charger, and when I got the Y, I just moved it over, and then it wouldn't go in, and that was why I never saw the problem with the X, because it was always going in the same slot, and so it worked fine. And then I'm thinking, what is the old universal mobile connector not compatible with the new Model Y? Yeah, is it not universal? And I really thought that there was a problem that with that old. But once I figured out what it was and just pulled them out, it worked great. Yeah, so it was weird that they swapped them on the 3 when I still had the X, and the X actually had the problem. The 3 didn't, but the recall was only for the 3. I'm surprised they didn't check the other vehicle as well.
It is,
but yeah, Mark, your car needs more love from the shop.
Yeah, I've been late on service, and I'm unapologetic about that.
Mark's one of the ones you see every year, or actually see every 6 months or quarter with the it's time for my maintenance, pouring in the windshield washer fluid. So hard.
Right.
No, I knock on wood. It's been pretty good. Had a few things here and there under warranty. Had a couple things like an upper control arm had to be replaced outside of warranty.
Who hasn't had just the upper control arm at this point?
But other than that, things were pretty smooth sailing. So knock on wood. Hopefully that's all I see for another 7 years.
That would be nice. Yeah. I I'll take the under on you making it for another 7 years with that car.
Oh man, don't bet against me, man. Don't bet against me.
No, you need cool new tech. I mean, you're the host of the Tesla Life. You have to have another one eventually.
Come out with some software feature that Mark thinks is really cool, and then they won't give it to him, even though his computer can handle it.
Right, FSD wasn't enough to take him over.
I'm sure that's coming.
It's true.
That is definitely coming. Yeah.
They'll give him free FSD, and he'll get hooked, and then they'll be like, "Oh, actually, we're not gonna give you the upgrade we promised. Here's a coupon for a new car." I really hope
Casey's speaking from experience when he talks about, hey, this feature would work on my car. How come it's not here?
Because it works
Salty
on our car.
Casey.
And we have it's working on Mark's car. We have the same year car, and they said that they're the same except for the water cooling, and yet Mark's got it without FSD, and I don't have it with FSD. Come on, guys!
Amazing. What the viewing audience? What have you experienced from service? Have you had a good experience? Have you not had a good experience? Let us know in the comments. We'd like to hear. What do you think about this new policy? Is it going to affect you? Should it have affected you in the past? Let us know. Be interested to hear it. But with that said, let's roll out the shout outs. And Casey, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I'll start by saying that my experiences have been on the whole positive. Every employee I've ever interacted with there has been doing their best to work within the bounds of the system and make sure that, like the sales team is supposed to, that I leave with a smile. So catch us on Wednesday at the Tesla Life live, right here, same time, same place, right here at youtube.com/the Tesla Life. And thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Very good, Patrick.
As always, I'm with the Oregon Electric Vehicle Association. You can find us at oeva.org, and I blog at carswithcords.net. If you want to find that story that I was talking about, you can just search for ski trip gone wrong, and you'll find how my coolant system failed, and the whole story is written out there. Mm-hmm. Check it out. Thanks.
For the world to see forever, because the internet never forgets. So
that's right. And that's being put into AI training. So
they agreed with me that the motor coolant is probably where all the coolant they said that I let out, even though I never touched the car, went once they pulled it out and it peed on them.
I'm glad that service worked with you on that, because I mean, we're all on various Tesla forums, and every once in a while there's somebody just talking about how Tesla service is doing something horrible, and I'm like, that has never been my experience. When I go there, they're really helpful. They're attentive. They're trying to make sure that you are happy with the results. Yeah. There were a couple times where I got charged $100 that I thought they shouldn't have charged me at all. It should have been a goodwill thing. Yeah. But that's minor. I'm not going to quibble over that.
The key, I would say, with them, they've got, they're typically overworked, way more customers than they should have at a time, and a lot of them are not on their best day because stuff is broken and they're out of work and et cetera, et cetera. You catch more. I think it's actually wrong, but you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. But for us as humans, that's true. So take a breath before you try to communicate with them and say, hey, I know you didn't break my car, unless they did. You didn't break my car, but here's what's going on, and here's how I feel about it. And if you wouldn't mind either working with me on it or figuring out what we can do together, where I feel a warm fuzzy and you feel that I didn't rip you guys off. And like I said, in the how long have I had them? 8-9 years I've been with them. They have always gone above and beyond, or at least met my expectations. And like Patrick said, it's been very rare where I'm like, hey, I see that's a little hard line. I don't agree, but yeah, okay. Very, very rarely is it like that. And it's usually something like tiny, like, oh, it was $20. I didn't want to pay that $20. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, we were wrapping, Casey, and you're starting the show all over. So okay, let's finish our Mark.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us again. Give us a thumbs up, press that subscribe, help us out immensely. And yes, we know Casey's audio was a bit low. We'll work on that for next show. But thanks everyone for being with us, and we'll see you next time on the Tesla Life.
Later.